Welcome back to another beautiful morning on the Finca. First of all, we'd like to thank all the new people that have subscribed to the channel. We've got over 500 now, which is absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic, thank you so
For those
much.
people that are new here, we've just moved in. We're living on a finca. It was derelict, abandoned, and it's a bit of a restoration project. So we're like kind of semi-camping on a building site.
Managed to cook a full roast dinner last night on 3-ring camping stove and my halogen oven, and we got there about 9 o'clock eventually. Absolutely. When we ate.
And lovely it was too. Yeah, so thank you so much to all those that have subscribed. It's absolutely fantastic. 500. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Much of the same today for me. I'm heading down to, down the valley as we call it, to carry on clearing out the house there. Just had a wander around the garden before I go for the day, and I've picked a few bits of lettuce.
A small amount of lettuce.
So I guess tonight, whatever we have, we're having salad.
Breakfast, lunch and dinner, I think, by the look of it. It's absolutely tons and tons.
It's a shame we haven't got our chickens yet. It would have been ideal.
Well, we'll have to eat it.
But we'll have to eat it, absolutely.
And there's loads more growing as well.
Yeah.
So today I'm going to get on with the bedroom floor. Again, try and get that done, and wandering around the gardens reveal we've got a hell of a lot of weeds, so I'm going to have to spend a bit of time up there pulling some of those up as well to keep
That's excellent news, because that's normally my job. Brilliant.
I know, you're skiving off. So yeah, let's get on with it.
Yep, see you later.
We have some super happy news from the garden. If you saw an earlier video with the mandarin where we thought we'd lost it, well, look, this morning it's got tiny little green shoots on it, if you can make them out on the camera. Fantastic news. And also the orange tree, which we thought had died at the end of last summer, it came back to life after this winter, only to get hammered by the frost, but that's also got little new green shoots on it as well. Happy days. We'd actually given up on this one, but just left it there just in case. So yeah, we've got a result there. You can see the top of it, it's just brown and totally dead, but it's got new green shoots. Fabulous news on the orange and the mandarin. We really thought we'd lost them, so that's happy news. On a negative note now, living off grid is great. I don't know if you saw an earlier video where the old wine tank, that we lined it all and resined it all up to make it watertight to keep our water in. It had a layer of polyester resin and mat, you know, the fibre mat, what's it called? Woven fibre, and or roving I think they call it, and then it was primed and we put a food grade coating over the top of that, and it was beautiful, white, clean, lovely for our water. It now seems that it's got a leak. When it's full, it just weeps out very slightly and slowly. As it's getting emptier, it's got about 5,000 litres in it at the moment. It holds 7. It seems to be losing less, but I think I'm going to empty it. I'll let it empty itself naturally and give it a good inspection. I can see a couple of cracks in it, and I suspect it's the weight of the water in there. 7,000 litres weighs like 7 tonnes. That's caused perhaps the earth around it to just move a bit and open up a few cracks. So I'll drain it off, have a look at it, and if that's the case, I'll just fill them in, and then it shouldn't settle anymore now. It's been there for like 18 months nearly. So I'll fill them in. I'll keep you posted on that. In the meantime, before I empty it, I wanted to make sure we've got water in here. Because it's going to take probably a few weeks to empty the tank, but there's about 5,000 litres in here at the moment. So I have a little dipping thing here with a stone on the end that I use to measure the depth. So I've just measured that now, so I just want to check that this isn't, because normally I just pump this straight into there as we used it, because they do always seep a little bit. So I want to check that this is holding water okay. It seems to do pretty well before I drain that. So when I do drain that, I can do the repair on it and then get it filled up quick sticks, if that makes sense. And on the note of water, I've got bought one of those water testing kits. We tested it about a year ago. It was good. So I'm just going to retest it just to be doubly sure. As we've drawn water from both deposits now into the tank, make sure the filters and the UV filters doing its job. So I'm going to test all that. So I've got my water safe testing kit. Yeah, it takes a bit of fiddling about with, but basically it tests for all these things. If you can read that, freeze if you can be bothered to read it. Pause the video. Put it over there. You get a little thing, so you test for basically for bacteria. You get instructions with it. Tells you how to test for each one: bacteria, copper, iron, nitrates and nitrites, pH, hardness, chlorine, etc., lead, pesticides, and it tells you the parts per whatever that are good, I guess. So I'm going to do that. Follow the instructions carefully. So the first thing we need is this test vial. It says collect a sample, turn the tap on very slowly. We've got our temporary kitchen and temporary sink and tap here. And we fill it to a ½ inch below the top. Right then. Tiny little dribble. That's about ½ inch. Just put the top on tightly and shake it for 20 seconds. Shake it vigorously for 20 seconds. Vigorous shaking. Right, it says place the cap vial upright in a warm area, 70 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. I guess that's about what it is in here. I'll find a spot for it in a minute. We have to leave that now for 48 hours. Now observe the colour. If it's purple, it's negative, no bacteria. If it's yellow, positive, it's highly likely that potentially harmful bacteria were found. Right, copper test instructions. Collect a fresh water sample. I need a glass. I've got one here. There we go. My sample. Can you see that? Chlorine, nitrates, and the copper test one. So I found a copper test one. It says, open the water safe test kit, remove the copper test strip from the foil packet, immerse them for 30 seconds, waving backwards and forwards gently. Remove the strip, shake it to remove excess water. Yeah, back on the wait 2 minutes. Master code to start. So I guess we start off with, we have to put the coloured end in. 30 seconds, right on time with it. Gently wave it backwards and forwards. Right, 30 seconds and a bit more for good luck. Shake off the excess water. And wait for 2 minutes. Match the results to the chart below. So I'll just pop that on there and we'll have a look at it. We'll come back to that in a minute. Okay. Right, next, iron test instructions. Iron test. Oh, no, what's that? I can remove the iron test strip. I'm on it. Immersing the water for 5 seconds, waving it gently backwards and forwards. 5 seconds. Remove the strip, shake excess water, and then wait again for 2 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a long 5 seconds. That should do the job. shake off the excess water, and leave it there. So that's the iron. I'm doing them in order, I hope I remember which way they go. Nitrate nitrile test instructions. Carefully open the nitrate nitrile test thing. Open this end, it says there. They don't make them easy. There it is. Immerse the reagent pads into the water sample for 2 seconds. Remove after 1 minute. That's easy enough, isn't it? 1, 2, and a bit. Put that there. Next one is the pH chlorine hardness one. Carefully open the packet, take out the test strip, immerse the reagent pads into water, and remove immediately. Hold the strip level for 15 seconds and then match the thing. Level, does that mean horizontal? Remove it immediately. Okay. Hold it horizontal. Well, that's pretty level, isn't it? That'll hold it level on there. Right, and the last one is the lead pesticide one. This is pretty complicated, this thing. We've got all these things here. Right, so what do we do with these then? Open the packet, take out all the contents. The packet contains a test vial, a dropper pipette, 2 water-safe test strips, and the desiccant to be discarded. Okay. Using the dropper, place exactly 2 dropperfuls of water into the test vial. To pick up a sample, tightly squeeze the bulb at the end of the dropper. Place the opening into the water, release the bulb to pick up the sample. Then squeeze again to expel sample. Right. So squeeze that hard into there. Exactly 2 dropperfuls. I'm guessing that's half then, so swirl the vial gently. Swirl the vial gently for several seconds. Place on a flat surface. Place both test strips into the vial with the arrows pointing down. Swirl it around then gently. With the arrow pointing down. Wait 10 minutes. So, 1, 2. Right, they're in there. So now we wait for 10 minutes. So the copper sample was 2 minutes, it's been way over that. And it looks like there's 0 copper in there because it's not changed colour at all. The iron one, which was next, you can see the colours there, the various shades of blue. That's still white, so I guess that's none as well. There's no iron, there's no copper in it. Nitrate, nitrile, these are from fertiliser things. Yep, none of those, they haven't changed colour at all. Still like the first one, so I guess there's none of that, and there shouldn't be really, after all the filters it's been through. And then the pH hardness test. So the pH is, what, around 7.5 to 8.5, I should say. That's not pretty neutral, isn't it? The hardness is 120, and the total chlorine is 0, if you can make this out. That looks pretty good. So what we're waiting for now, we've got to wait 48 hours for this chap, and then 10 minutes, another sort of 5 or 6 minutes for that one. So hopefully you can make that out on there. So these two tests have both come out negative because the thick, see the two blue lines in between the two coloured bits? The thicker line, getting a bit closer perhaps, is it focusing? The thicker line is to the left, nearer to the 1, which indicates the test is negative. If you can't make that out, I can assure you that it is. Well, that's good news. Either the water's alright or the filters are doing the job. Either way, I don't mind. I'm pretty happy with that. We've just got to wait for the bacteria test. That's got to be 48 hours. We don't actually drink this water anyway. We usually drink bottled water, and we like a bit of that fizzy stuff. But it's good to know when you're cleaning your teeth or whatever, you know, it is safe. Plus the fact the cats drink it, even though they prefer to drink dirty water out of puddles. The dogs will be drinking it, the donkey will be drinking it, and the chickens will be drinking it. So it's just good to know that it's safe for them. So anyway, right, I'm going to crack on with the bedroom floor now. The floor's coming along nicely. Little bit to do at this end, bit more to do down there. But that's where the fun starts, because they're all going to have to be cut diagonally. So I'm going to carry on, get the straight boards in, and then we'll look at doing some mental cuts. I've already had practice on this because the bathroom was the same. So it's all good fun. Nothing's easy in this house, nothing's straight, it's all wonky. That should be our slogan maybe, Finca life, it's all wonky. So when we get to the end, it's a very small gap. There's no room to even get the nailer in. I'll get one in there, probably just difficult. It don't give you much swing, but I'll get that. But what we do, we use finish nails. You can't see them hardly anyway, just for the M1s, just where we can't get to. So, here we go. Cover your ears. One in there. Just right, I'm going to finish this straight run now, and then we've got to start on the cuts. That'll be fun. So all we do here is again with these awls, we've measured the gap at the top where the wall is, and we've measured the gap where it gets to full, or we measured how far down where it gets to full width of the board, drawn a line between the two, and we just cut it with the jigsaw. Just it doesn't wobble about. Just like that. And we're going to see if it fits. Right, it's in. Bit of a baffle. It's a bit curved, a bit twisted, some of these. So yeah, my angle's good. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to keep this and use it as a template for further boards. I could just drop it on and draw along it and then cut them as we work our way down, like so. I've got the gap I need. So yeah, all's good there. Let's carry on. Right, it's finished at last, eventually. I'll get tidied up and then show you what it looks like all complete. There we are, how nice is that? Well, I think it looks nice anyway. So still got the sockets to put in, skirting boards to do. Yeah, the 2 sockets to put in against the headboard and the trim on the edge of the headboard. But for now, I think that's pretty good. Whether I'll do that tomorrow or not, I'm not sure. There's plenty of other things to do, so we'll have an executive meeting in a bit and decide how to take this forward from now. But at least the floor's in. I can get the bed in. I need to do a bit of work on that, and we'll come to that in the future, and probably tomorrow. And yeah, let's onwards and upwards.
Okay, well that's me just back again with another carload. I don't know where we're going to put it all. We had a tiny 1-bedroom place and it just seems to be absolutely bursting at the seams. Most important thing, I got my laundry basket. So busy evening ahead of us, finding places to put things, obviously because not all the house is ready and clean. It's not that easy, but hey ho. Just visited my babies. They seem to be settling in okay. Tabby Cat's climbing the walls a bit. She's desperate to get out. But the others are just eating and sleeping and quite happy to be lazy because that's what they used to do anyway. Yeah, so I'm ready for a beer now. So I'm going to leave you here and see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.